Slide.
I get so cold, I'm like, this is freezing.
What was this?
You want to do it together? Or you want us to do it?
I think he was going to grab the other.
I'll get it either way. Okay. Your neck actually went early one, that's fine. Come on, this is it.
Huh?
Take the check.
Alright. I think this is shorter my boots. I think we have a quorum.
Yeah.
Alright.
You're just cold and ready to get back to the truck.
Yeah,
I know.
that too. Tell me what you, what was this like? Have you done this before?
I've never done a christening. I've done a commissioning before. I've been inside this while it was being built. I've been on top of the freezing of Fort Worth. But to see it go in like that, pretty awesome. Although I still think we should have got Mrs. Panetta a really big bottle of Miller High Life, because that would have cracked a lot quicker than that bottle did. But it is the champagne of beers, and we were pretty excited.
What does it mean to you that it carries the name Milwaukee?
Well, it's awesome in two ways. It's certainly awesome, having both my sons were born in Milwaukee, obviously a beautiful part of the state, but to have it be made in Marinette and named after Milwaukee, it doesn't get any better. I mean, it's made by Wisconsin talent. It's named after our state's largest city. It's just all the way around a good deal. And it's great to see the Navy leadership and the Department of Defense leadership here committed to more LCS ships being built right here in the state of Wisconsin.
Can you talk about the federal numbers that came out today as far as jobs? Wisconsin was ranked 37th in private sector job growth.
If you actually look at the updated numbers to the second quarter, we were 25th. And if you look at household income has actually gone up significantly in the last quarter in particular. So I think you're going to continue to see job numbers go up. We'll see this week as well. The next day we'll see, I would imagine, even better numbers in terms of unemployment going down as it has. And we went from 9.2% 4 years ago to 6.5%. We're going to continue to see that drop, and we're going to continue to build off of that.
How about the Senate vote tomorrow on the Badger Care extension?
Our hope is it'll be a good bipartisan vote like we had in the state assembly. I think people recognize, no matter what they think about Obamacare, that just because of the failure of the federal government's rollout of Obamacare, we don't want people to fall through the cracks here in the state of Wisconsin. And so I'm hopeful that we'll get a broad bipartisan big vote in the state Senate, just like we did in the assembly, and then we can push that transition back to the second quarter. And then, for the first time in our state's history, everyone living in poverty will be covered under Medicaid. Everyone living above it will be transitioned into the marketplace, and we won't put the taxpayers on the hook for federal dollars that are likely not to be there.
Can you speak about how the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation may have been involved in this? Yes.
Yeah. We did 2 years ago. We started out with an enterprise zone. It's worth about $28 million with the tax credits. We just did in October another $800,000 to help with the transportation grant here. And we just approved this past week $5 million more for a maritime center of excellence to help with training, to make sure that not only this ship but future ships are built right here in Wisconsin and Marinette and not elsewhere around the country.
Have you made a decision on the school mascot?
I'll announce it tomorrow. For us, the reason why I've delayed on that is because it's not as important as our worker training, the property tax relief, and the other measures that we've done regarding health care. But since the legislature passed it, we'll act on it by tomorrow's deadline.
And how about the news about lowering or eliminating income tax and property taxes in the state, raising sales tax? What's your plan?
Well, we're just starting off listening sessions all across the state. I've asked the Lieutenant Governor, Rebecca Clayfish, and our Secretary of Revenue to start holding listening sessions. They started about a week ago. We'll be doing it for probably the first 5 to 6 months of 2014 as well, and we'll be announcing right around the time of the State of the State details about how the public can get involved through public access points, through websites and other ways, to tell us what's the best way to reform taxes. Is it to eliminate income taxes? Is it to take off major portions of the property tax? What would be the most effective way to make our state better and to help create more jobs? We don't have a specific plan on the table right now, but we're looking forward to hearing from people all across the state over 2014 as we prepare for the budget. We'll introduce it a year later in 2015.
Last question.
Governor, the importance of the expansion here at the plant and what that means to Wisconsin.
Well, it's a big deal. Marinette Marine Corporation is a major employer not only here in Marinette, but throughout northeastern Wisconsin. And as we grow with the LCS line, we appreciate the commitment of the federal government, the Department of Defense, and the Navy in particular to this area. It's why we've invested millions of dollars to help build the infrastructure here, to help with training here, to help build a center of excellence, because we understand with this kind of capital investment, you're going to see not just jobs, but well-paying careers that can support families all throughout northeastern Wisconsin.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
One more, Governor?
Yep, you guys will leave back there.
jump in once everything got going. You and Charles did brass tacks yesterday. We'll keep this today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thinking to be able to convince any of you San Diego boys to buy a little land up here?
Bring him back for Summerfest. So I always tell people when he's going, I'm like, come back.